Alright, much Abrew about nothing time. Playing some Mardu Pact in Modern. Oh dear. No, well, we got double gifted Etherborn. I think we're going to try this. Double gifted Etherborn into Lingering Souls. If this is a creature matchup, that should be pretty good. If our opponent's on combo, we're going to be in trouble. Let's Marsh Flats, pass the turn. Emrakul is kind of a mulligan to 6, because we're never going to cast it. Ever, ever. Opponent has an island. And Reason, interesting. Hard to imagine that this is better than Serum Visions. I guess maybe you played along with Serum Visions? I don't know. Well, crack our Marsh Flats. Grab a Blood Crypt. Tapped. There's a Pact, but we need mana for it. Play Gifted Etherborn. Pass the turn. Hopefully we draw another land. Misty Rainforest for our opponent. And passes. Well, there's an Nahiri. Let's get in with Gifted Etherborn. Play a second one. Is this one getting countered? Nope. Alright. Well, we got the double Etherborn. Are missing land drops, though, which is not great. Hallowed Fountain for our opponent. Tapped. This Reason to Believe is throwing me off. I am not sure what our opponent's playing. Alright, there's a Jace. We might have to just path that. Opponent passes. Ooh, we draw Plains. Aye. Well, play the Plains. Go attacking. It should be hard for them to flip Jace. They need fetch land and spell. Yeah, we're going to just Lingering Souls. Next turn, we can flashback Lingering Souls and path Jace. And our opponent missed their land drop, so we don't especially want to give them a free land. Since they're missing their land drop, it's probably even more unlikely they can flip Jace. Alright, loots with Jace, most likely digging for land. Discards Noxious Revival. Oh, spicy. So our opponent's apparently trying to put stuff on top of their deck and then put it into play with Believe. I would assume, like, well, I don't know. It can't be Emrakul, because Emrakul shuffles in and Noxious Revival doesn't work. Well, we draw Graven Karens. Well, let's swing with the crew. Put our opponent down to 7. Play Graven Karens, and I think we just Nahiri and get rid of the Jace. And pass the turn. So we're pretty close. Alright, since our opponent cracked the fetch, we actually have lethal on board. All we gotta do is get in and attack without anything dying. Well, looks like the beatdown plan might actually work. Nahiri's nice too, because it lets us discard this Emrakul, which kind of obnoxious to have in hand. Opponent passes. We draw Blade Splicer. Well, attack with the crew, see if our opponent has removal. If not, they're just dead right now. Alright, there's a path. Grab a swamp. So opponent lives another turn. Well, let's flashback Lingering Souls. Now we can loot, discard the Emrakul, and pass the turn. Opponent has a Telling Time. So how does our opponent get out of this? They can't Believe yet. They don't have the mana. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Well, that went well. Still not exactly sure what our opponent's doing. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have Discard. We have Dreadbores. Do we actually change anything? I mean, maybe Graveyard Hate? It's just really hard because we don't know. We don't really know what's going on in our opponent's deck. Yeah. So, I mean, Surgical gets Reason to Believe. Brutality is pretty good. Maybe we go Brutalities. Brutality kills Jace and lets us... Yeah, let's go down the pass, go up. Let's go down the Fatal Pushes, go up the Brutalities. Since Brutality kills Jace and lets us Duress, that seems better. Alright. I mean, we got a Collector Brutality, which is good. Opponent passes. Inquisition's not bad. So Godless Shrine, untapped. Let's see what's going on over there. Mana Leak, Jace, Emrakul. Well, we'll take Mana Leak. Trust that our opponent's going to play the Jace and we can just Collective Brutality it next turn. Alright, Prairie Stream for our opponent. Island. Runs out the Jace. Blade Splicer. Well, play it untapped. We're just going to 2-mode Duress, just in case. We want to discard this Emrakul anyway, so pretty low opportunity cost since we're never casting it. So kill Jace, Duress. Ooh, man, they hit something too. Alright. Well, opponent's hand is 2 lands and Emrakul, which I'm assuming is pretty much a blank. We are going to need lands. Good news is if we find more Jaces, that's a little annoying. Well, now we want a removal spell, I guess. Let's play Copter. Pass the turn. So our opponent's going to get to flip the Jace. Their hand is blanks. Just lands. Or land and Emrakul. I guess they can discard the Emrakul, which is kind of funny because it shuffles in their graveyard, which they actually want thanks to Jace. Come on, land. Alright, there's a land. Marsh Flats. Crack Marsh Flats. Get a Plains. Run out Blade Splicer. Get our token. This lets us crew up our Smuggler's Copter. Do some looting. Opponent's going to flip the Jace. Discards the Emrakul. Yeah, that gets rid of their graveyard, so Jace is not as scary. We do get to loot. Let's discard Gifted Etherborn, I think. And pass the turn. So next turn, we have a couple options. We can potentially Flicker Wisp Blade Splicer. Hopefully we just get to keep looting. We have the Harmless Offering, so if we find the... Alright, well, another land isn't bad. That gets us closer to Dark Petition. Opponent plays the land. Takes up the Jace. And passes. There's a Ghost Quarter. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Send everything at Jace. And then I think we just Flicker Wisp. We do really want to kill Jace. So, Flicker Wisp. Flicker our Blade Splicer to get another Golem. Pass the turn. Our opponent can give up on the Jace, I guess, and just flashback Path to kill something. Ooh, goodness. Opponent Miracles Entreat. That's unfortunate. Now we might just be dead. Now we need more Flicker Wisps to not just die to Angels. 12 flying power for 5 mana. Do you got a land? Yikes. No, they don't. Well, Path does help. If we Demonic Pact, we don't get the mana, and we take 12. I guess we block, well, alright, I guess we just gotta pass. Pass the turn. Next turn we can Dark Petition and get the mana, which is a little more helpful. Opponent plays a land. Takes up the Jace. Attacks. Well, let's Path an Angel. Take 4. Down to 11. And see what we draw into. Opponent passes. We draw a tap land. Well, let's Dark Petition. Oh, no. Oh, Telling Time. Well, let's see if they hit a counter. Well, now that we know what our opponent's doing, that does kind of change how we're going to sideboard a bit. They did find a counter. Now I think we're in really bad shape. Flicker Wisp. We need a Flicker Wisp. Opponent. Oh, boy. Go in deep with the jank. Whew. Index is so incredibly bad. Opponent takes up. Gets in with an Angel. So what can we draw? Nahiri would be good. Demonic Pact would be good. Sacred Foundry is not good. I think that's game. Play the land. We have so many lands, we might as well strip mine. Opponent chooses not. Oh, did they? Did they find a land? It's an easy way to ruin an index. Takes up. Pithing Needle. I guess that's for Nahiri. Well, it was a miracle. Opponent gets in, down to 3. I think we're to Flicker Wisp or bust. And Flicker Wisp might still be bust. It is. Well, okay. That's a Flicker Wisp. So, Flicker Wisp. This kind of gives us hope. Flicker the untapped Angel. Kill Jace. Hit our opponent. So, our opponent's out of cards, and their Jace is dead. Wow. Flicker Wisp at the perfect time. Thank you, deck. Token. Oh, gone forever. Okay. I mean, I think we're sort of okay with that. we're going to draw a Demonic Pact eventually. Our opponent's empty-handed. We're essentially empty-handed. I guess Harmless Offering, if we ever draw a pack, could be good. There's a pack. Well, alright. Now we're suddenly in good shape. Demonic Pact, pass the turn. Now we get to start drawing cards, gaining life. So this is like Bant Miracles. Pretty spicy. Opponent passes. Well, let's start with draw 2. Play Shambling Vent. Play Lingering Souls. Flash back Lingering Souls. And pass the turn. We could still lose to another Entreat off the top. Huh? Well, there's Entreat off the top. Opponent puts it back with Noxious Revival. Oh, man. That's many angels. I don't know if we can live long enough to... Oh, man. Yeah, that was a good one. 5 angels. Opponent's out of cards. So kill an angel. Inquisition's dead. Oh man, this might work. Pass the turn. So we get to triple chump, quadruple chump if we need to. Next turn we can Inquisition to make sure our opponent doesn't have a counter. And then Harmless Offering Demonic Pact the turn before the angel kill. Oh man. Well, there's a big attack. Block, 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 block. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Well, I guess we don't even have to Inquisition. Snapcaster for mana leak. We can still donate, even with the mana leak. Every option's chosen. Opponent does choose mana leak. Oh my goodness, exactly. Oh, we're getting Exacxies. Opponent's out of cards. Oh, that ended up so sweet. Play Arid Mesa, and then, hello, opponent. Have we got a present for you? Oh my god. Yes, you can try to mana leak. Yes, we can pay for mana. Why are you tapping more mana? Mana leak. Yes, we will pay 3 to prevent that. You can have the Demonic Pact. Wow, we were dead too. Just in time, Demonic Pact comes through. Wow, 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 wow. All right, well, that was pretty sweet. Opponent's brew is super spicy. I like the idea. I do not like Index, but I like the idea. Miracles and Legacy is pretty sweet. So pass the turn, and our opponent only has 1 choice. And it's lose the game. Sweet. Well, that was pretty good. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.